Welcome to Lab Writing Reports number 4. Now when we finished the last one, we have finished all about our plans. You've told me all the things I need to do the activity. Now let's find out, or let's tell the reader about what we found out. So this section we start off with our results, or data. Again, this is what it looks like in your form, in your Google form. So we've got the little, don't forget the little question mark there, that has some help data. So we can see should be doing a data table, numbers in a table. Qualitative observations means you tell me what you see, hear and smell as it goes through. Sample calculation if needed, and of course your graph. Alright, let's look at the first thing. Now we've shared these tables and you should be showing me in yours, once you've got all these tables done, then you'll be able to have a nice summary table as well. All of this was shared with you on a spreadsheet. Now I'd be using what I know about formulas to do the averages, making sure that it's all nice. Now this is the one I had first up, and we spent time doing this in class. Right, here I would take away that red colour and add 1 teaspoon of salty water added per day. Now this is number 1. Remember I showed you how to set that out? Set out so you know which one you are measuring and calling plant number 1, plant number 2, plant number 3, plant number 4, plant number 5. Right, notice we have the days, it goes up to 5. If you want to, you can add more days on the way through. You can just add a bit of rows and then put some borders around it just like this, and you will end up with a lovely table. Don't forget, we have to copy and paste this into our report in the spot that is there for you. All of the 5, matter of fact that's 6 tables, you should put in your report. So they should be copied and pasted into your report, one underneath each other. Right. After that, we called it the qualitative observations. That means you're telling what you saw, heard or smelled during the activity. So it's just the obvious things that stand out and made you say, I wonder why that happened. Or, oh, that looks a bit different. Anything you see, whether it might be a colour change, it might be a sudden stop in growing. Even if your plant dies, you should record that. So we can do this. Now this should be done in 2 to 3 sentences. It should be a sentence job. Now I've got a sample here. I just made this up, but this could be something like what an observation would be. I noticed that not all of the seedlings were the same size. Some seemed to grow faster than others. During the week we took data. Alright? Notice there are no numbers, but that is just simply got what I saw. I don't try to explain it, I just try to tell you what I saw. So you're giving me some more evidence I can use. Now when you do yours, think about what you saw that was different. Think about what you saw happen. Don't sort of talk to me about I saw something grow from 2 centimetres to 4 centimetres. No, that's clear in your table. This needs to be other things. And the other thing I've got here is picture perfect, and that's talking about your graph. Make sure your graph is big enough for me to look at and the reader to see and look at really nice and easily. Give it a good title. For example, if I was doing mine, I could call it How Does Salty Water Affect the Growth of Mung Beans? And the graph will try to show me any trends or patterns in data that's got it. For those who've forgotten, we only have average values. That is why that 6th table is there in the data gathering spot. So we can use it to make our lines. Make sure you tell me what the vertical up-down axis is and what the units are. Make sure you tell me what the horizontal flat line is and what the units are. Now that should be my change in my independent variable across the bottom and my measuring up the side. When we're doing this, we've always used scatter plots, and then we add a trend line. Now we've done that enough times for you to be able to do it well. But I want you to remember, look at your data. Is it really a straight line? Or is it a curve? Now if you have trouble with this, see me or see your teacher. Now you can also do a calculation. We've only done one calculation, and the heading says for sample calculation. The only things you have calculated has been an average. So you could look at one particular table and one particular row and show me how you use those numbers to find the average. So you show me how the math is done. Don't tell me I use this formula. Tell me use your numbers and tell me what actually you found out. Alright, then we'll get more into this in our next one.